Today's lesson is Chapter 7.2b. This is where we are going to put Lesson 7.2a with multiplying the numbers with the same base, or multiplying powers with the same base, together with scientific notation. Because we are going to take numbers written in scientific notation and multiply them together. Let's look at example 1. We are going to take 5 times 10 to the 6th times 9 times 10 to the 3rd. We have to remember back a few chapters where we talked about like terms. Because 5 and 9, those first factors, are regular Arabic numerals, that means they are like terms. I can use the associative power to move them together and multiply them 5 times 9. 10 to the 6th and 10 to the 3rd is like what we did yesterday. That is taking the base of 10, multiplying them together. So I'll have 10 to the 6th times 10 to the 3rd. From there I move to step 3, which is multiplying the 5 and the 9. I still have my 10 to the 6th times 10 to the 3rd. Now remember that when I do 10 to the 6th times 10 to the 3rd, that means I am going to get times 10 to the 9th, because 6 plus 3 is 9. I add the exponents on the powers of 10. The problem is my answer is not in scientific notation. This is not scientific notation. 45 is really 4.5 times 10 to the 1st power, and then I still have times 10 to the 9th. Now I can take my 4.5 and bring it straight down. Now I have to add these two exponents to get 10, and my answer is 4.5 times 10 to the 10th power. Let's look at example 2. In example 2, I am going to take 2 times 4. I want to say 8 right away, so that's not too good. 2 times 4 times 10 to the 6th times 10 to the 3rd. 2 times 4 is 8. I'm going to switch over to a times sign. 10 to the 6th times 10 to the 3rd. Remember what that is? Yes, it's 10 to the 9th. This time my answer is in scientific notation, so I am actually done with the problem. Let's go on to example 3. You try example 3. Three times 2 is 6, and 10 to the 5th times 10 to the 8th is going to give me 10 to the 13th. Let's go on to example 4. 12 times 8 is 96 times 10 to the 20th. The problem here is that 96 times 10 to the 20th is not scientific notation. I need to put a decimal point in between the 9 and the 6. So that means I have that decimal place has moved one more place. So it's 21. 9.6 times 10 to the 21. With example 5, in example 5, we are going to take a light year, which is 5.9 times 10 to the 12th miles, and convert it to feet. And we have to remember that there's 5,280 feet in a mile. 5,280 is written in scientific notation as 5.28 times 10 to the 3rd feet. To solve this problem, we are going to take 5.9 times 10 to the 12th times 5.28 times 10 to the 3rd. Now, if you have your calculator handy, otherwise press pause and get your calculator, you take 5.9 times 5.28. What did you get? 31.152. 10 to the 12th times 10 to the 3rd is going to be 10 to the 15th. Now take a good look at that answer. Is that in scientific notation? No, it is not. I will need to move that decimal point in between the 3 and the 1. So 3.1152 times 10. Now, I have moved it one more place. So I will need 10 to the 16th, and I'll need a label since this is a story problem of feet. And that will conclude Lesson 7.2b on multiplying numbers in scientific notation. Please reply with blackberries.